Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. The greatest tragedy of a family is the unlived lives of the parents. I am this bundle of what has been and what has been accomplished. 6 weeks after his death, my father appeared to me in a dream. It was an unforgettable experience, and it forced me for the first time to think about life after death. My work as a psychoanalyst is to help patients recover their lost wholeness and to strengthen the psyche so it can resist future dismemberment. It is really the mistake of our age. We think it is enough to discover new things, but we don't realize that knowing more demands a corresponding development of morality. The sight of a child will arouse certain longings in adult, civilized persons, longings which relate to the unfulfilled desires and needs of those parts of the personality which have been blotted out of the total picture in favor of the adapted persona. Everyone knows nowadays that people have complexes. What is not so well known, though far more important theoretically, is that complexes can have us. Every mother contains her daughter in herself, and every daughter her mother, and every mother extends backwards into her mother and forwards into her daughter. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. Continuous creation is to be thought of not only as a series of successive acts of creation, but also as the eternal presence of the one creative act. It is proverbial, of course, that man never learns from history, and, as a rule, in respect to a problem of the present, it can teach us simply nothing. The new must be made through untrodden regions, without suppositions, and often, unfortunately, without piety also. Far from being a material world, this is a psychic world, which allows us to make only indirect and hypothetical inferences about the real nature of matter. The psychic alone has immediate reality, and this includes all forms of the psychic, even. It is indeed time for the clergyman and the psychotherapist to join forces. The wise man who is not heeded is counted a fool, and the fool who proclaims the general folly first and loudest passes for a prophet and furor, and sometimes it is luckily the other way round as well, or else mankind would long since have perished of stupidity. Thank God I'm not a Jungian. Only a few individuals succeed in throwing off mythology in a time of a certain intellectual supremacy. The mess never frees itself. How difficult it is to reach anything approaching a moderate and relatively calm point of view in the midst of one's emotions. The upheaval of our world and the upheaval of our consciousness are one and the same. Science is not a perfect instrument, but it is a superb and invaluable tool that works harm only when taken as an end in itself. The world hangs on a thin thread, and that is the psyche of man. Magic is the science of the jungle. There was need of a fantastic, indestructible optimism, and one far removed from all sense of reality, in order, for example, to discover in the shameful death of Christ really the highest salvation in the redemption of the world. Astrology is assured of recognition from psychology without further restrictions, because astrology represents the summation of all the psychological knowledge of antiquity. Enlightenment consists not merely in the seeing of luminous shapes and visions, but in making the darkness visible. The latter procedure is more difficult and therefore unpopular. From the middle of life onward, only he remains vitally alive who is ready to die with life. I want to be freed neither from human beings, nor from myself, nor from nature, for all these appear to me the greatest of miracles. One cannot free oneself by bowing to the yoke, but by breaking it. But the meaning of life is not explained by one's business life, nor is the deep desire of the human heart answered by a bank account. Envy does not allow humanity to sleep. Those who look outside dream. Those who look inside awaken. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Fidelity to the law of your own being is an act of high courage flung in the face of life. An archetypal content expresses itself, first and foremost, in metaphors. Not nature, but the genius of mankind has knotted the hangman's noose with which it can execute itself at any moment. Sentimentality is a superstructure covering brutality. The whole nature of man presupposes woman, both physically and spiritually. His system is tuned into woman from the start, just as it is prepared for a quite definite world where there is water, light, air, salt, carbohydrates, etc. When someone bullies you, reply him with this act, laugh at him. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.